Alright, tonight we're doing beef kebabs on the grill. Serving them up with some rice. Let's get to it. Hey, it's the half-ass cook again. Today we're going to be making some beef shish kebabs. Anyway, so I'm thinking Asian inspired, I guess you could call them, beef shish kebabs. I already marinated the meat. It's just I took a pound of like some lean bottom round or top round. I took 3 pounds. It's more than I need, but I'll freeze whatever I don't use. What I did was I used 4 ounces of pineapple mango juice. You can just use pineapple juice, it's fine. And then I used a third of a cup each of teriyaki sauce and soy sauce, 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, and some ginger paste. And 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Mix that up, threw all this beef and whatnot into a Ziploc baggie and left it overnight. And we're going to be adding to that, we're going to have cherry tomatoes, red onions, some yellow squash, some zucchini, and some peppers. Normally I use these like wooden skewers, and they work great. Just if you're going to use these, soak them before you use them, so to prevent them from charring up too much on the ends. Yesterday we actually bought some of these reusable metal skewers. We make shish kebabs often enough that it makes sense to have them, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, so now we're just going to assemble these. Usually I start with the meat and then just kind of go with whatever. Alright, whatever. So then I'm just going to start, I got these in pretty big size cubes because I want them to be medium rare to medium once they're cooked. So, just going to put one, and then usually I go with some onion, a pepper, the zucchini piece, tomato maybe. And I like to go end to end kind of with the tomatoes. Another piece of meat, another onion, maybe some green zucchini this time, another tomato, just whatever order you want to put anything in, or whatever you want. You could do mushrooms too, some more meat, pepper, onion, maybe another piece of the zucchini, and end it with some meat. Bam. Pretty nice. And the onions are kind of tricky because they get smaller as you progress, so, it's kind of how I cut them. So you're not going to be able to use them all, but do what you can. You can do all meat too. I mean, it doesn't really matter. However you want to do these, it's up to you. And this is the same marinade that I use for a lot of things. You can make a stir fry sauce out of this. I have a video coming that'll be like that. Or depending on when you watch this, maybe it's already up. Kel, do you want tomatoes on yours?
Sure.
Okay, so just tomatoes and meat?
Yeah.
And you, what do you want? 2 of them or 3?
3.
Alright, we'll see. So these ones are for my picky son, who does not eat everything else. So these are just having tomatoes and beef. Alright, so I think we did pretty good. We ended up with 13 kebabs. Some of them were mostly meat and tomatoes for Calvin. As you can see, I pretty much ran out of everything, almost. So that was, and I did use all the beef. So that was 3 pounds of beef, or just over 3 pounds. There wasn't much that I had to trim off of it. It was one red onion, 1 pint of the cherry tomatoes, 1 each yellow zucchini and yellow squash, or green zucchini, and yellow squash. And that all depends on how big those are. How, you know, they're always different sizes. So, and then it was 1 each orange bell pepper and red bell pepper. Blah. And so I got a total of 13 kebabs. I had to use one of the old wood skewers. So I'm going to start some rice, and we're going to get we'll get these on the grill momentarily. All right, so tonight we're going to go with our shish kebabs. I'm just making rice, and you can make rice traditionally on a pot. It's pretty easy, but I learned from a Chinese coworker years ago that pretty much everybody he knows has a rice cooker. This is the one that I'm using. It's pretty basic. There's 2 settings, cook and warm. Once you plug it in, it's on. If you're interested in getting, and then it's just to set it and forget it. So it takes about 18 minutes, I think. And then there's some bigger sizes. So if you have a bigger family, this one, these are the serving sizes, and you can do up to 3 of these. And then it tells you, it's hard to see on this one, which is kind of one of the issues with it, but still, I've had this for over a decade. And you just put your rice in there, you rinse it, you fill it up to the 1, 2, or 3 line. It's also printed back here. And then you just put it in, set it in here, and you just press down on cook, and it's good to go. So if you need a rice cooker, even if you want a bigger one, I do have an Amazon storefront now. So if you want to check that out, or whatever else I have in there, I have some cookbooks and some other great stuff. I'll have the link in the description, so give that a visit, show me some love, and we'll get this going. So like I said, I'm just going to do 2 of these. So just take 2 of these, and then put those in there, and then I'll rinse the rice, and then we'll set that up. So basically when I rinse the rice off, I just pour it into this and swirl it around. And then you can see the water getting milky, and that's the starch coming off the rice. I don't know if you can see that there, but I know many of you know that, but that's for any of the newer people tuning in. I generally like to give it a couple of those, and then I'll fill it up to the line, add a little bit of salt, and call it a day. Once you plug it in, the light goes on to the warm, throw a lid on, flip it to cook, and now it's good to go. And in the meantime, the grill is heating up. Alright, so the coals are about ready, so we're going to do that and spread them and get the shish kebabs cooking. Alright, so I was able to get only 11 of the shish kebabs on, but they're on there and they're cooking, so we'll check back in a few minutes. Kebabs are done. I just took these ones. I kind of forgot to show you the in between, but as you can see, this didn't take very long at all. Just a few minutes on each side, so. And then, got our kebabs. There you go. Woohoo!